This was like the final straw. Like, he and I started this family. You know what I mean? I was the first wife. We started, and now we're ending. And so I think it was just a big shock to him that it was actually happening.
So it's been some time since your big move. How has it been settling in?
It's been really good. Like, I am so busy. It blows my mind how busy I am. It's like, how do I have so many things, but it's good things, like building businesses and going on adventures and, you know, lots of travel. And I have my dog now, and it's just been really good. It's a good time in my life,
I love that. How would you define this chapter?
Amazing, life-changing, just free and open, and just the world is my oyster.
When you used the word free this season, I loved that you said, it's not like I felt like I was trapped. I just feel free, because I think a lot of people can relate to that. Have you had fans reach out to you as you've been going through this separation?
Yes, yeah. A lot of people are cheering me on. You know, a lot of people are like, I'm so glad, you know, that you're choosing you. You know, and it's not like I wasn't choosing me before. I was choosing my marriage. I was choosing to try to make it work. You know, and it is kind of a weird place to be in, where people are cheering on the demise of a family. And that, to me, is a little bit sad, but also they're cheering me on for choosing me, you know. And I don't know, I wanted to build the family, and I wanted to continue with that, and that's why I stayed so long. And I think a lot of people have a hard time seeing that and understanding that, but my commitment was there, you know, and I wanted to make it work. I didn't choose marriage to get divorced. Nobody does, you know, so I wanted to make it work. But, you know, we just started having the hard conversations, and it's like, well, it's just not going to work. Let's just, you know, be the best people we can be in the breakup, and try not to be jerks to each other, and, you know, see what we can do as far as that goes. So, but yeah, it's been really good.
You and Kody, he helps you move. And he gets super emotional unexpectedly. He kind of is breaking down, hugging you tight, and your reaction is like a little like, I didn't expect this. What's going on? Did you watch that scene back? What was going through your mind in the moment? And then what was it like watching it back?
It's the same thing. It's like, what is happening? I don't understand this. Like, I don't understand it. And Jen had to just kind of like talk me through it. And she made the point, you know, maybe because he hasn't had like the 8 years, like he hasn't been dealing with the grief or the separation for 8 years like I had been. You know, I think he was more in a, you know, like if you just ignore it, it'll go away kind of a situation, where I was like, hey, I'm here, I'm putting myself out there, right? But also seeing that it wasn't happening. And so like I had 8 years of this prior, and he was just like, oh, whoa, wait, it's happening. And this was like the final straw. Like, he and I started this family. You know what I mean? I was the first wife. We started, and now we're ending. And so I think it was just a big shock to him that it was actually happening.
It hit him in that moment.
I just don't think that he had the time or taken the time to really process what it meant. Even though he wanted it, even though this is what we decided that we were going to do. I think that he just didn't have the time to really take it in until that moment. So
Robyn comes by. She also gets really emotional. You were very stoic. You were, you know, kind of just keeping it together. It has to be weird for your husband's wife to be crying that you're separating from her husband too, right?
I mean, when you look at it that way, it is kind of weird. But at the same time, we were family. You know, we were sister wives. She wanted the family the way that she thought it was going to look when she married Kody. You know, I mean, that's what all of our intentions were at that time. And so it was a loss to her as well, you know. But the thing is, in that moment, I was past all the emotion. I was not going to have emotion that day. I had had many years of emotion, you know, and dealing with the grief of a broken relationship, and I was not going to do it that day. Like that's not what my focus was. So, yeah.
You were focused on your new chapter.
Yes.
Do you keep in touch with Kody and Robyn?
When I see them, you know, like things are cordial, but we don't reach out and call each other or text each other just to have fun. You know what I mean? It's not like a, hey, how's it going today kind of a thing. It's only for a purpose.
Yeah. Cody kind of jokes that you're his favorite ex-wife.
Yeah.
Does that make you feel good or bad?
I don't even know. I don't even know what to think about it. Like, it was funny in the moment, you know, when he said it, but it's like, well, okay, I guess I can be the favorite something if that's what we're going for here. You know, it's a little bit odd.
Yeah. It's odd hearing him say it, to be honest. Looking back at your time on the show, you've been on TV for 14 years on this show. Do you have any regrets?
I really don't. And the reason is because I wouldn't be who I am today had things been different. You know what I mean? Like, everything that I've gone through, I've learned something from, which has made me the person I am, and I like who I am.
Yeah.
So I don't really have any regrets.
How about Janelle and Christine? Where is your relationship with them? On the show, obviously, it feels like it's very, you know, distant.
Yeah. I don't talk to Christine. She's made it clear that she doesn't want to have a relationship with me, which is fine. I understand that not everybody has a close relationship through their whole lives, right? Janelle and I talk on occasion, definitely more than I do with Christine. And it's fine, it's cordial, it's kind. But the thing is, she and I were never best friends. You know, we're friends and we're cordial and we interacted, but, you know, our relationship and I think our personalities just didn't click as like best friend status or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, we really had to work on like understanding each other's perspectives and how we just deal with life, you know, because we are so different.
Well, Christine has moved on. She has a new love. They've moved really fast. What do you make of that? Are you happy for her?
I think if Christine's doing what she wants to do, I'm absolutely happy for her.
Yeah.
You know, she seems very happy with David, and I think that's awesome. Yeah.
Great. They definitely, Janelle and Christine, definitely have a different relationship with Kody. They have some choice words about Kody. Things get pretty intense between the three of them. What do you make of that?
I'm not going to say really any sort of opinion on that because I just don't think it's really my place.
Yeah.
When I did see all of that happening, I was just like, all right, when it came to me leaving and Kody and I splitting, I had conversations with him. I'm like, listen, I just don't want to be that jerk ex-wife that is just going to talk trash, and I don't want you to talk trash about me. I don't think it serves us. We don't need to prove that one was right and one was wrong. The fact is, we're now split. We've had hard discussions about it. It doesn't serve me to trash talk you, and I just don't want to do that. Can we do this kindly?
Yeah. I loved the sit down you had with your girlfriends talking about polygamy. They're great.
Yes.
They're so smart. Do you still believe in polygamy?
I believe that if somebody really wants it, all parties have to want it and all parties have to be committed. I think that it worked for us because we were committed. We were working together for the greater good, for lack of a better term, right? Yeah. And I think for us, it kind of started not working because not everybody was focused and had the same goal in mind. So I do believe that it can happen and it can work if all parties are invested in it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.